You ever look at two celebrities and think, wait, they kind of look alike? Well, sometimes it's not just a coincidence, it's genetics. Hollywood's got a lot of secrets, but one of the wildest ones is just how many stars are secretly related. Some of these connections will absolutely blow your mind. We're talking actors and singers you've never seen together, but who share the same bloodline. From surprise cousins to unexpected uncles and even royal links, today we're counting down celebrities who were secretly related but nobody knew. Make sure you watch until the end, because the last one on this list will change the way you see both stars forever. Let's jump into it. 10. Al Roker and Lenny Kravitz. Kicking things off with a totally unexpected duo. Legendary weatherman Al Roker and rock star Lenny Kravitz. Believe it or not, they're actually cousins. Their grandfathers were brothers. Al Roker's maternal side connects directly to Lenny's mom, actress Roxy Roker, who you might remember from The Jeffersons. Roxy and Al's family both hail from the Bahamas, and once you know it, you start to see the resemblance. Two totally different worlds. One in the newsroom, one on stage, but somehow it runs in the family. 9. Tom Hanks and Mr. Rogers. This one might make you smile. Did you know Tom Hanks is related to Fred Rogers, as in Mr. Rogers himself? According to Ancestry.com, Hanks and Rogers are sixth cousins. They share a common ancestor from the 18th century named Johannes Meffert. When Hanks starred as Mr. Rogers in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, even the genealogy team behind the film had no idea they were casting a distant relative until after filming started. Talk about destiny. 8. Beyoncé and Queen Elizabeth II. Okay, now things are getting royal. You probably never expected to hear this, but Beyoncé is actually a distant cousin of Queen Elizabeth II. Genealogists at Find My Past trace both of their family trees back to Henry II of England, who ruled from 1154 to 1189. That makes them descendants of English royalty, and it also means Queen Bey is literally Queen Bey. 7. Brandy and Snoop Dogg. Here's one for the music fans. Brandy, the R&B legend, and Snoop Dogg, the rap icon, are first cousins. Yup, Snoop confirmed it himself in multiple interviews. Their moms are sisters, and even though they have very different styles, both came up in the 90s and crushed their respective lanes. Oh, and in case you didn't know, Brandy's little brother is Ray J. Yeah, the Ray J Hollywood really is one big family sometimes. 6. Jonah Hill and Beanie Feldstein. Now here's a pair of siblings that flew under the radar for years, Jonah Hill and Beanie Feldstein. If the last name didn't give it away, that's because Jonah changed his name professionally. His real name is Jonah Hill Feldstein, and Beanie, who starred in Booksmart and Lady Bird, is his younger sister. They've kept their careers separate, but the talent clearly runs in the family. 5. Jason Momoa and Zoe Kravitz, kind of. This one isn't a blood relation, but it's still worth mentioning. Jason Momoa, who played Aquaman, was married to Lisa Bonet, who is the mother of Zoe Kravitz, from her previous relationship with rocker Lenny Kravitz. So while Jason isn't Zoe's biological dad, he's been her stepfather since she was a teenager, and the two are super close. In fact, Jason still supports Zoe publicly, even after he and Lisa Bonet separated. It's a modern Hollywood family, and one of the cooler ones out there. 4. Angelina Jolie and Hillary Clinton. You read that right. Angelina Jolie and Hillary Clinton are actually distant cousins. While they move in very different circles, their family trees cross paths way back in history. According to a 2008 study by the New England Historic Genealogical Society, Jolie and Clinton are ninth cousins, twice removed. The link? A French-Canadian ancestor named Jean Cusson, who immigrated to North America in the 1600s. It sounds unbelievable, but genealogists have traced both their lineages back to the shared ancestor. Jean Cusson had a large family, and over the centuries, his descendants spread out across North America, which eventually led to a U.S. First Lady and a Hollywood A-lister sharing distant roots. Now, does that explain Angelina's deep interest in humanitarian work, politics, and global diplomacy? Probably not, but it's definitely a fun coincidence that both women have spent decades in the public eye, advocating for human rights, international policy, and major social causes. Maybe ambition and public service just run in the family, even if that family link is 9 generations removed. Just one more reason why you never know who's lurking in your family tree. 3. Nicolas Cage and Coppola royalty. Nicolas Cage isn't just Hollywood eccentric royalty, he's actual Hollywood royalty. His real name? Nicholas Kim Coppola. That's right, he's the nephew of legendary director Francis Ford Coppola, the mastermind behind The Godfather, and one of the most influential filmmakers of all time. But Cage didn't want to ride in on his family's famous name. Early in his career, he intentionally changed his last name to Cage, inspired by comic book hero Luke Cage, to avoid being labeled as just another Hollywood insider. He wanted to make it on his own merit, and to be fair, he totally did. From his Oscar-winning role in Leaving Las Vegas to cult classics like Face Off and National Treasure, Cage built a wild and unpredictable career that's completely unique to him. Despite the name change, the Coppola connection still shocks people. He's also related to director Sofia Coppola, his cousin, and composer Carmine Coppola, his grandfather. So yeah, film runs in the blood. Nicolas Cage may have carved out his own space in pop culture, but behind all the memes and madness lies a deep cinematic lineage that stretches all the way back to one of Hollywood's greatest dynasties. 2. Emily Blunt and Stanley Tucci. This one isn't a centuries-old family tree situation. It's more of a recent and totally adorable Hollywood connection. Actress Emily Blunt and actor Stanley Tucci aren't just co-stars in The Devil Wears Prada. They're actually in-laws. It all started back in 2010 when Emily married actor John Krasinski. At their wedding, Stanley Tucci met Emily's sister, Felicity Blunt, a London-based literary agent. The two hit it off, started dating, and eventually got married in 2012. Since then, Stanley Tucci has officially been Emily Blunt's brother-in-law, and yes, they're super close. Stanley has gushed about Felicity in interviews, often calling her his rock, and Emily has said she loves how happy he makes her sister. They've even vacationed together and appeared at events side by side. Tucci and Blunt's connection is a great example of how Hollywood relationships can go from red carpet co-stars to real-life family. So the next time you rewatch The Devil Wears Prada, just remember, Emily Blunt and Stanley Tucci had no idea at the time, but they'd end up family. Talk about the most stylish in-laws in the business. 1. Melissa McCarthy and Jenny McCarthy. And finally, one of the most surprising celebrity connections. Melissa McCarthy and Jenny McCarthy are first cousins. That's right. Melissa, known for her comedy hits like Bridesmaids and Spy, is cousins with Jenny, the former Playboy model and TV host. They both grew up in Illinois, and while their careers took very different turns, they've stayed supportive of each other over the years, even if you rarely see them together in public. So there you have it, a list of celebrity connections most people never knew about. Hollywood may seem massive, but when you start pulling back the curtain, it turns out a lot of stars are actually family. Which of these surprised you the most? Was it Snoop and Brandy, Beyonce and the Queen, or maybe Jonah Hill's real last name? Let us know in the comments. And if you made it this far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We've got more jaw-dropping celebrity lists, Hollywood secrets, and hidden stories coming your way. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you never miss a moment. Until next time, stay curious, stay wondering, and we'll catch you in the next one.